So we're just 1 week away from Atomic Heart's release, and the game is going through a lot right now, so let me fill you in. As you guys can probably recall from my last video about the 6-hour scene getting cancelled, a lot of people turned away from the game because everyone's dopamine just went downhill after finding out you won't be able to romance the ballerina girls. Pre-orders got cancelled, a lot of people lost interest in the game entirely, some didn't care, were like, hey, I take a 6-minute scene over 6 hours any day, at least it's something. And the game looks like a new Bioshock, like it's gonna be fun, so screw it, I'm still gonna pick it up. But that whole thing was just the tip of the iceberg for the controversy surrounding Atomic Heart, because at this point the game has bigger problems than not promising an in-game romance scene. Now apparently if you buy Atomic Heart you're against Ukraine. That's right, everyone's trying to boycott Atomic Heart now, saying do not buy this game because if you do you're supporting Russia. Not all the money, but some of the money will probably go towards Russia because Munfish Studio is a Russian developer. And it's just been a big war online of everyone trying to cancel Atomic Heart now. Munfish Studio is going through a lot, even Xbox too, because if you haven't looked around, they're sponsoring the hell out of this game, making it free with Game Pass. It's all wrapped up around the Xbox brand now too. So they're being criticized over the whole thing because Game Pass will be going to Munfish Studios and that's going to go towards the Russian government and so on. This one YouTuber shed some light on the situation named Harenko. Harenko is a Ukrainian YouTuber who agreed with everyone trying to boycott the game online, saying if you buy this game you're supporting the war on Ukraine. So now a lot of people changed their minds on picking up Atomic Heart because this man basically just exposed this game. Everyone's saying that Atomic Heart is promoting Russian propaganda in the West, trying to lure you in with these robot chicks and make you fantasize with the Soviet Union, and trying to show everyone how great Russia is and glorify it. And like I've been mentioning, if you buy this game you're just supporting the Russian government that's hurting Ukraine right now. But that's not the only reason why they're trying to cancel this game. They're saying that the studio is even more shady because everyone started to pressure Munfish on the situation and they wanted them to speak out about it. They kept mentioning the background lore on the game, like with the KGB agent thing, the game-changing polymer tech, and the winning of World War II, because that just made everyone a little bit more scarce on the game. And guess what? They finally spoke out after weeks of controversy. Guys, we have noted the questions surrounding where we at Munfish stand. We want to assure you that Munfish is a developer and studio with a global team focused on an innovative game and is undeniably a pro-peace organization against violence against people. We do not comment on politics or religion. Rest assured, we are a global team focused on getting Atomic Heart into the hands of gamers everywhere, and we do not and will not condone contributors or spammers with offensive, hateful, discriminatory, violent, or threatening language or content. Now, what they said here did not address anything on whether Russia had direct involvement with Atomic Heart. The lack of clarification actually further provoked everyone, like that was their main question, and now we're all even more sure that Russia is benefiting from Atomic Heart. Munfish Studio is in fact Russian, but the main thing everyone's forgetting before they criticize them is the studio can't just openly support Ukraine too, because they will probably face real repercussions from the Russian government. So in a way, this was the appropriate response because they're just trying to save their heads. But thing is, things just got a whole lot worse. People just keep finding more and more reasons to try and boycott this game, with the newest one being that the studio keeps lying to us. Before they claim they're not a Russian studio, they're international with the office in Cyprus. Hopefully I said that right. I tend to pronounce things wrong. It's the Spanish side of me messing up. But if you take a closer look, the game is actually sponsored by a bunch of Russian investors, including an ex-Gazprom top manager, which if you don't know, Gazprom is a huge Russian energy company. It's also been said that the man supporting them has had close ties to other big Russian companies and banks, like VTB and Russian industrialist billionaire Oleg Deripaska, which faces his fair share of controversy. But this is where their money's coming from to kickstart this entire project. So many facts points towards Munfish being a Russian studio, and all this information confirms that if you buy Atomic Heart, you're definitely supporting the war on Ukraine, and that's why everyone's trying to cancel this game, because some of their money is going towards the top Russian companies and businessmen. Also, the reason the devs didn't want to come out and say they support Ukraine because they'll get into serious trouble. But here's when things get a little bit worse. A little bit of information hardly anyone's talking about, even the YouTuber that covered this. Harenko didn't talk about this as much in his video, and that's the fact that it's said that the game is stealing our data. That's right, another thing concerning Atomic Heart fans is the fact that people crack down on the game collecting users' data for the FSB. Privacy policy published on the studio's website directly referred to the collection of user data and the possible transfer of this data to Russian state authorities, particularly the tax office and FSB, which is just insane. Like, I don't know if I even want to play this game now. And the document online isn't even disclosed in English. It's only available in Russian. They tried to hide it in the English version of the store, and then tried to hide it afterwards when they got exposed by some people. By the way, they blocked these people when they approached them about it on Twitter, and said that they don't steal user data, and that the statement is just outdated and wrong. But I don't know, man, it's still up on the website. Their privacy policy shows it all. The studio explains the data subjects are all customers/consumer and visitors of the Munfish website, including people who plan on purchasing the studio services services and products, basically people lurking on their website. But that data is being transferred to the Russian special services as well. By the way, this is another point that confirms Moonfish is a Russian studio when they denied it. And they keep claiming to be out of politics and being international, but they keep complying with legislation on mobilization in Russia and transferring data. Some are defending them and saying that it's because of the Russian investors, despite them being away from Russia like they claim. But then again, their Moscow location got leaked, and it's just so weird how they're trying to hide everything, and the lack of transparency is very shady. Like, wouldn't you want to reassure your community, even if it might upset investors? This whole thing is just crazy, and yet another game that's about to go downhill because everyone's trying to boycott it now. But unlike Hogwarts, this isn't about some comments the creator of the franchise made 2 years ago. It's about how you buying this game. Your money may be going towards Russia and the war on Ukraine. People are trying to cancel Atomic Heart and calling on Valve and Microsoft to stop selling the game. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Is this lack of transparency from the devs, the shady investors' strong endorsement on Soviet Russia making you feel off about Atomic Heart? Or do you trust the devs and there's nothing wrong, you're still gonna pick up the game, even though they're hiding the fact that they're from Russia and everyone's trying to boycott them for that? Let me know. That's pretty much it. Just wanted to talk on this. Be sure to leave a like, subscribe, and yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Stay blue.